My name is Juliet Rose Bryant. I was kidnapped by Jeffrey Epstein in 2002. I met him when he was in Africa with Bill Clinton and Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker. As we know, these men are all very dangerous. I was promised a modeling career. Instead, I was kidnapped to the island. Many terrifying things happened to me there. They don't want the victims speaking out. I'm just adding this as evidence. This is a photograph that I took when I was there. I found a disposable camera and I took some photographs of the island. I still have the negatives. It was very, very frightening being there. I don't like talking about it. But they've been covering up a lot. It's very frightening what's been going on. They're lying completely. There's obviously something hidden under the island. There's something very bad going on here. There's also the weird thing about the Butterfly Trust. And I had a butterfly on my diary that year, and many of the Epstein victims used the butterfly. Like Sarah Ransom has a butterfly tattoo. Virginia Gifford uses the blue butterfly. Used the blue butterfly as her Twitter logo. We all have similar sorts of eyes. And Epstein started the Butterfly Trust in 2014 with JP Morgan to pay off victims and accomplices. What I've started to realize is I think they were taking our eggs. Why were there no young boys on the island? Why was there $1 billion worth of human trafficking between Epstein and JP Morgan? Why did Epstein want to seed the human race with his DNA? It's very scary, but everyone needs to do their research. Epstein was very into transhumanism. Sergey Brin was on his island. There were scientists there, and, they were into cloning, it seems. And, Bill Clinton actually banned the use of federal funds for human cloning in 1997, 1 year after Dolly the sheep was cloned. They cloned a sheep in 1996. That was 30 years ago. They can clone humans. It's obviously possible. Then I met Michael Bay at Epstein's New Mexico ranch, and he made the movie The Island 1 year after I met him there. The movie he made is about human cloning. Everyone should watch it because it explains a lot. It's very frightening. And, Bill Clinton banned human cloning federal funds use of in 1997. So, Epstein also told another victim he was planning to clone himself in his own lab. Also just before he was arrested, apparently he shipped cement to the island. That's being hidden from us here. They ordered a carpet shredder and a tile extractor, and it's very, very frightening. And when you do your research, Epstein's New Mexico ranch is directly between Roswell and Dulce in New Mexico. And then I guess down the rabbit hole we go again, with Disney princesses, Epstein and JP Morgan. They used Disney princesses as code words. Virginia died on Alice Day. They used Disney princesses' names as code words. So there's obviously something a lot more going on here. They did $1 billion worth of human trafficking. They had to pay the victims $290 million in the lawsuit. I was paid out from the lawsuit because I was taken there. Sorry that I'm not good at talking. It makes me so stressed talking about this. And, the cloning, and when you look into the email I met, there were scientists. I didn't see any girls being trafficked to any other men. We were all being made to be taken to Epstein's room, but I didn't see anyone being trafficked to other men. And a lot of these people are involved, it seems. Like apparently Bill Gates used to go and see Epstein often, and Harvey Weinstein was friends with him, and Woody Allen. It's just very, very frightening when you look into more details. And also Leslie Wexner, I was promised a Victoria's Secret modeling career because Epstein said he was best friends with him. I never went to any modeling casting. Instead, I was kidnapped. And I really think they were taking our eggs. It's the only thing that makes sense when you look into everything. Let's listen to Virginia Gifford.
Your baby, but it would really be our baby, and we would have you sign a document that says
Epstein funded the robot Sophia. He was into a lot more than what people realize. And also his temple looks very much like the Disney thing, the Disney logo. There's a lot more going on here with the Disney Princess code words and, Snow White. It's very, very freaky when you look into it. Like, what on earth was going on here? We need to all do our research and find out more, because there was $1 billion worth of human trafficking between JP Morgan and Epstein's accounts. It seems like it's very much connected to Disney somehow. There's the island, the temple. There are pictures of Ghislaine Maxwell with Disney characters. Ellen DeGeneres' office looks very much like the Disney insignia. And then we've got Alice in Wonderland, and, down the rabbit hole we go, down into the underground. Virginia Gifford found dead on Alice Day. The blue butterfly symbol, transhumanism. My name just above Katy Perry's name on the flight logs. Epstein, a maths teacher, drew a blue butterfly on the board. Then you've got Katy Perry with the blue butterfly in space, up there with Jeff Bezos' wife, and with Gayle King, Oprah's friend. And Oprah was also apparently involved. Apparently Epstein owned her network. And then you've got them all apparently going to space. And you've got blue butterflies on Jeff Bezos' wedding invitation. It's all very, very creepy, and it's obviously some sort of weird sign. I mean, I don't know the exact meaning of it, but I think we all need to look into it, because there's something very weird going on here. Like, my name was underneath Katy Perry's name on the flight logs. And they speak about MK Ultra, and, I don't really know more about all of it. I've done a bit of research into it. You can watch other videos I've made. But also with the cloning, you get like Frankenstein. It's like Frank Epstein. To be frank is to be honest. And, I saw Epstein turn into something in front of my eyes. I'll never deny that. And it just seems like there's clearly a lot more going on here, and I don't know what to tell anyone. I just want to share the information that I have. And yeah, just sending everyone lots of love, and thank you for listening.